Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Accounts Accuracy. Here today we are going to study about issue of debentures of joint stock company. Now, do you know what debenture is? It is basically an acknowledgement of debt issued by the company. It is an agreement of payment of the principal amount on the specified date as well as payment of interest on the specified rate until your principal sum is repaid. Now, what is principal amount? Principal amount is basically the amount at which you have purchased the debenture. That means, suppose if you have purchased the debenture for rupees 10, 100 or 200, whatever is your price, then that is your principal value. And if you have purchased, you expect from the company interest per year on that debenture. Now the interest is paid to you on your principal value by the company until the company returns your principal sum. Fine. Now here I would also like to discuss the procedure of issuing the debenture. Now you should know that debenture is issued for cash. You pay cash to the company and company in return gives you the debenture of its. Then it may be sold for the consideration other than cash. Now if the company purchases some machinery from any supplier or raw materials from any supplier, then in that case company issues some debentures to those suppliers. And as a collateral security, that means debentures issued as a collateral security are just the security given in addition to the primary or principal security like assets or mortgage of assets for which the loan has been taken by the company is termed as collateral security. Now suppose if company takes loan from bank, then in that case company keeps its asset as mortgage for taking that loan. Now above that loan, if some additional money is taken by the company, then the debentures are kept as security on that behalf, just for the addition to the primary security. That is, primary security is your assets. Now on that you must know that company doesn't pay any interest. Okay, interest is not payable on such debentures which is kept as collateral security in banks. Fine. Now the company fails, if the company fails to repay its loan, then on the demand of the lender, then in that case the lender may use that right towards the debenture what the other people uses, means other debenture holders uses. Fine. Now come to the issue of debenture for cash. Here you should know that it may be issued at par or premium or discount. Now what is par? Par is basically the real principal value of the debenture. Premium is just above that and discount is just less than your principal value. So it may be issued at par, premium or discount. Again, if the debenture is issued for consideration other than cash, in that case also it may be issued at par, premium or discount. Now here you should know that in settlement also the total value, either the total value is paid through issue of debentures or sometimes half is done by the cash or half is just done by issuing the debenture. Now let us discuss about what is par, premium and discount. Now actually if your par value is rupees 100, that means you purchase the debenture for rupees 100 of any company. In that case debenture is just on debenture, it will be the par value, but company not always sells it on issues it on 100 rupees, that is par value, but sometimes company issues at above this 100 rupees, that means maybe 120, maybe 150. So any company may issue the debenture at premium or par value or discount. Now what is par value? Par value is actually the actual amount of principal value of the debenture which remains mentioned on the debenture. Suppose if the debenture is of 10 rupees, then 10 rupees would be its par value, or 100, then 100 rupees would be its par value. But if company issues it at 110, then 10 rupees extra company is charging from you, then that 10 rupees could be company's premium. And if company can issue its debenture at less than 20 rupees or 30 rupees, whatever, then that would be company's discount. So have you understood? I hope you might have understood the difference between par, premium and discount. Now company may receive the lump sum value with application money. In that case, company passes just two entries. At the time of receipt of application money, company would pass the entry as bank account to debenture application and allotment account, and the full value will be written here. Again, the company will give its acceptance to the application of debentures. Then in that case, the entry would be debenture application and allotment to debenture account. Here, as the company has received the full lump sum value, company doesn't need to pass any other installment entries. And if in case company has received some extra or excess application money, company will have to reject those applications. For that, the entry would be debenture application and allotment account to bank account. Now next to that, here you should know that what is the... Now here is an example to make you understand that what happens in case company receives the excess application money, then how the refund is done. Here you see Godrej Interior Limited issued 20,000 shares debentures of rupees 100 each at par, payable on application by 1st April 2020. Applications were received for 25,000 debentures and debentures were allotted on 4th April. So now extra applications received by the company is 5,000. Company was expecting only 20,000, but company received applications for 25,000. That means 5,000 extra people applied for the debenture of the company. Company can't keep those 5,000. In that case, company will refund its money to those people. So for that, your entry would be, the receipt amount will be for the full 25 lakh. Why? Because 25,000 into 25,000 into this par value, that is rupees 100. So it will be 25 lakh. Now company will just pass the entry for acceptance, that is debenture application and allotment account to debenture account. In this case, the entry would be for 20 lakh. Why? Because 20,000 was the issued debenture value. So that's why 20,000 into 100, that is 20 lakhs. Now 5,000 was the extra money which will be returned to the debenture to the people. That will be 5,000 into 100, and for that your entry will be debenture application and allotment account to bank account 5 lakh, 5 lakh. Now come to next. This is when amount of debenture is received in more than. Now come to next, that is when payable in installment. Now when the debentures are issued, it is also payable in installment. Just like the whole 100 rupees suppose is your principal value, then whole amount will not be charged by company at once. Suppose out of 100, company may ask you to pay rupees 20 during application, that is first installment, which is called as debenture application. Next, 40 rupees out of 100 could be just made due to you during debenture allotment, and again that is second installment. Again third installment could be made by company, that is called as debenture first call. And if still your 20 rupees is left, then that will be called in fourth installment, that would be called as final call. Now accordingly, first call, second call, final call is made by the company. So these are the ways how through installment company just takes its principal value of debenture. Now if company is payable in installment, then in that case you need to pass the entry for all the installments separately. For application you will have to pass two entries, that is receipt and acceptance. For allotment you will have to pass entry for due and allotment. For first call again due and allotment. For final call due and allotment. So you have to remember, for first time, that means through application money, if company receives any money, that would be having the entry for receipt and transfer. Then for other cases company will pass the entry for due and receipt. Now here you see what happens when amount of debenture is received in more than one installment. In that case company passes the receipt entry for application money, and that would be bank account to debenture application account. And when company gives its acceptance, the entry would be debenture application to debenture account. And in case if some excess money is received with allotment, then in that case that would be either rejected and the entry would be debenture application to bank account, or maybe company gives its partial acceptance to those debenture holders, then in that case company would pass the entry debenture application to debenture allotment. That means the allotment which will be made due, for that in advance company keeps the money of those debenture holders. For receipt entry and acceptance and receipt and due entry will be passed for later installments. So for allotment, making the allotment money due, your entry would be debenture allotment to debenture account, and on receipt of allotment entry would be bank account to debenture allotment account. Again for call, due entry will be made, that is debenture first call account to debenture account. And again when the receipt of first call will be done, then in that case entry would be bank account to debenture first call account. In the same way for other calls also the entries would be repeated. Now let us see with the example, it will be well understood. Eveready Private Limited issued 5,008% of 100 each at a premium of 10%, repayable at par at the end of 10 years. Now company has issued the debenture 5,000 at a price of 10 rupees. Okay, 20% was paid with the application, 30% was paid with the premium on allotment, and balance on the first call. The amount were duly received. Journalize the transaction in the books of the company. Now here we would see the entries passed by the company. You can see here for application receipt of application money, your entry is bank account to debenture application account. Now let's discuss about the entries passed by the company in the books of accounts. The first entry would be receipt entry, and that would be bank account to debenture application account. That is 5,000 into 20 rupees, because 20 rupees was the application value. So 5,000 into 20 will give you 1 lakh. So 1 lakh is the receipt amount of application money. The same will be passed for the acceptance. It would be debenture application account to 8% debenture account, that is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. That means 5,000 into 20. Now your second installment value was 30%. That means 30 rupees. Now 30 rupees for allotment will be 5,000 into 30. Your entry would be debenture allotment account to 8% debenture account to securities premium reserve. You can notice here 10% was the premium value. So your premium will, securities premium amount, that is 10 rupees extra which company received for its issue at premium. So the entry for that would be 5,000 into 10. You have to write this 50,000 for securities premium reserve. And for to 8% debenture account, it would be the par value of installment, second installment, that is 5,000 into 30. 5 3s are 15. So it would be 1,50,000. Again for allotment it will be 5,000 into 40 rupees, that is 30 rupees for allotment value and 10 rupees for premium value. So both will make your 40. So 5,000 into 40, that would give you 2 lakhs. The same 2 lakh will be receipt entry, that is bank account to debenture allotment account, 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs. So this amount will be 2 lakh, 2 lakh. Next to that, for the first and final call. So for that it would be 50 rupees because 50 minus 100 would be 50. So your for due entry for the first and final call is debenture first call and final call account to debenture account, and the amount which will be written by you will be 5,000 into 50, that is 2,50,000. Again the entry for receipt of debenture first call and final call will be bank account to debenture first and final call, that is 2,50,000, 2,50,000. So this is how you will have to pass the entry for receipt and payment, and in case of amount received by the company for premium at premium value. Now for the next, just join my second video and you will be able to understand the rest of the things well. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.